Today is Ramadan day 19th, and I'm back in the garden. It is 70 degrees out here. You can see some of the plant life is coming back to life. They grew more. So looks like I'm going to have a lot of onions this year. See, there's another onion in there. Is that cat hair or something? Yeah, I think it's cat hair. Like some cat been rubbing up against stuff. Okay. I'm going to try to fill this one with onions. So. So what I am going to do is pour a little bit of water in there because the onions have been in the house. Just the roots have been sitting in the water, and the containers are pretty dry. So I just want the roots to dry up. So that's what I'm going to do until the water runs out. Just add a little bit of water in there so it can still have a little bit of moisture. But the one thing that I did know when I was doing this on this day is that the temperature was going to drop. But I wasn't aware of how much it was going to drop. Because actually, it was later on this day when I got a warning on my phone saying that it was the wind was going to reach, I believe it was 60 miles an hour, and then that there's a possibility of having a weak tornado. So the next day the temperature literally dropped to like 30 degrees, and it was snowing a little bit. No, it was expected to snow. I didn't necessarily see snow, but pretty sure it was snowing somewhere. So the one thing that I'm sure of is the onions are fine in the cold. Those are the only thing that seem to live in the garden year round are onions. So I've been good at, so far, I think that my most successful plant has been onions. Yeah, just that. So this year I plan on doing something a little bit different, and the pots that I grew the potatoes, I know I cannot grow anything from that family in there, like any what do they call it, sholas or something plant. I can't do like tomatoes or peppers because the potatoes did get blight, and that could be an issue with other plants from that family, so I will not be planting tomatoes in those particular um, pots or containers, I should say. With some of the onions that I have to peel it, because I didn't separate some of them. So that's what I'm busy doing right now, is trying to separate them. Because the one thing that I do notice that with these onions that I get from the store that grow stems, they usually grow in tubes. I haven't came across one that grew just one. I think there was one time when there was 3 in there. That was, I believe it might have been last year, possibly the year before that. But yeah, I'm hoping that I do a better job with planting them, because last year I planted them too deep. And the one onion that I pulled out was really tiny because I had it too deep in the soil. But one thing I noticed about the soil that I have in that particular bed that I'm putting the onions in is that some of the nourishment, some of the soil is lacking a lot of nutrients. So I'm gonna need to add compost to it. I didn't too much. The compost that I have in the backyard. I haven't too much tended to it, so I don't think it turned into compost particularly, because you have to add soil to it, like just like topsoil or something. But I haven't done that, so I I failed to turn the soil to it. So it was not successful. So there's still stuff in there, but I believe there's time to still fix that up and get it to how it's supposed to be. But I'm gonna have to buy soil from the store and add it to all these containers to enrich the soil back. But some of the soil actually in some of the beds are still real good. They look nice and rich, but the first one, just looking almost sandy, and I'm not liking that. So I have to fix that. So I'm just finding places to put the last of the onions, and I'm probably going to end up with some more mine's drawing the blank. Garlic, because I do have garlic in the basement. I haven't looked at it, so I'm pretty sure those started growing a little bit. So I might be planting those. But the other ones that I planted before, I'm not sure how they're doing, because most of it I seen that they're not doing that great. I don't know, if the weather has something to do with it or whatever. But anyway, yeah, because I never really was successful with garlic, and this will be my first time trying to really plant it. I tried to plant some last year, but it didn't do. I think the onions that I got it from the store, the seed onions, weren't that great. So yeah, I'm hoping that I can get some garlic this year. I might try potatoes, not potatoes, but actually I will try potatoes again, but I'll have to put them into a different container and get new soil for that particular one. I heard some downsides to the potatoes you get from the store, in the grocery aisle. So, and it was will most likely get blight again. So I want to do more to try to prevent that. Because I know it can be done with just regular potatoes from the store, but I just have to do better this year. I mean, I did get a good amount of potatoes last year. Decent by my standards, my beginner standards. So, I did get some good sized ones. So they weren't all itty bitty. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. And I don't think I will be growing spinach or any leafy greens this year because of that rabbit. Unless I get like a cage or something, which like, I don't know if I want to do that. But for right now, I want to just focus on the basics. But this year, I do want to try carrots. I really do want to try that. Like anything like cauliflower and stuff like that. No. Those are really big, and I believe I tried twice, or maybe more than one time to do broccoli. And I heard that kind of requires some skills. So I don't have that skill yet. So yeah, try to do something a little bit different, and of course I'm gonna still have to spray the repellent stuff, and it stinks like sewage. I don't like it, but if it helps to keep mice and like cats and rabbits away to some degree, I might use it. But I know the rabbit doesn't go for certain things in my garden, and I do remember which ones it went for, which will be the collard greens. I don't. Did it go for the spinach? I don't remember it necessarily going for the spinach, but it did go for the cilantro I had there. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if it went for the basil or not. I think I had basil in there, but it didn't go for that at all. But I'm hoping some of the stuff from last year pop up again because I did have some mint in there. So I hope that pops up again. And I'm hoping that maybe one of the tomatoes that left in the garden, like just kind of just left it there for the elements to get to, start growing the plant. That would actually be great. So that means less work on my end because I don't want to do that much work, and especially if it's hot out or cold or whatever. Like, I'm trying to make it easier on myself. Because I know it's going to be a lot to work when it comes to those weeds that like to come in. Of course, you can kind of see some of them kind of almost popping up almost by that long metal thing that's actually was a part of a fence. For some reason, it's like right there. But my husband can't really get rid of it because it's really too long. So I don't know. He's just gonna have to stay there. But that area over there that just drives me crazy, just with weeds, and we do have to worry about poison ivy coming into the yard. So I do have to try to keep the plants and stuff away from the fence so that I could like spray that area without it getting into my plants. So yeah, I know I'm gonna have to like do some more maintenance because it's looking kind of wild out there, like kind of dead, not very presentable, but it is what it is. Everybody cannot have a professional looking, great looking gardens like some people have on YouTube. Because not everybody is at that level and have the resources that they have. Okay, so all I did was add a few more plants. I know they might be a little close or whatever, but that's alright for now. That could be transplanted. Added some more to this one. I'm thinking that this might be just green onions. Because I had a bunch of green onions in here that seeded last year. So that might be what a lot of this is. This green onion. So added some red onions. Hopefully I didn't. I try to do them closer to the surface versus too deep because I think I had it too deep and one of my onions came out really small. So, you know. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Please leave feedback. Please press the like button and share if you like.